I feel like there's a lot of fears that are surfacing for you at this time. And it's a bit of an unsettling place. I feel like a lot of thoughts, a lot of patterns, a lot of fears. I say fears, but it's not really something that is something you're screaming, running away from. I think that there's just a little bit of a fear of truth coming to the surface right now for you, especially in relationships, is what I'm hearing. I'm receiving information that especially there's some fears in relationships of whether or not things will last for you. I think that you're entering a point in your life where you're starting to soften. Okay, soften in a way that you haven't softened before. There's this energy of you being willing to step into a new, more vulnerable part of yourself. And at the same time, the fears are coming up because you're afraid to be vulnerable with a fear of losing. Okay, so that's kind of the energy that's coming through. It's you have this fear of things not lasting or sticking around for you, especially in relationships. And I feel like you could have a lot of memories surfacing as well of times where things didn't work out, of times where I'm even getting very specific memories of times where you knew that things weren't gonna work out and then they didn't work out. And I think that you're a little bit afraid of your own knowledge. I think that you feel what is meant for you and how long things are meant to live out. I think that this is a little bit of an ability of yours, because it's you know the timeline of things and you don't tell people is what I'm getting. Okay, and I think that, ooh, confirmation there. I think that that makes you uncomfortable because you don't know how to be in the vulnerable place that you're in currently or stepping into, and also know the timeline of things at the same time. It's you're learning how to balance having knowledge beyond what others know, and also stepping into and giving into the aliveness of your life is what I'm hearing. And in order to give into the aliveness of your life, you have to fully go in. But there's this that's all the fears are coming up because it's going fully in is where you can get hurt the most, is what I'm getting as well, because you I think that secretly you know how long things are meant to be for, but it's hard for you to give in when you know that things will inevitably change, is what I'm feeling. And I'm getting these memories are times, and also past relationships as well, that are coming up for you that are really uncomfortable. And I want to say relationships that just didn't serve the highest good of you. And I think that I'm getting very specific moments in relationships where you were I always knew there was a time, I want to say a time clock on those relationships. You always knew, and you knew when they were leaving that they weren't meant to stay. It's you knew to let them go, is what's interesting. And in the letting go of those relationships, I feel that actually created a space inside of you that made you a little bit more afraid to give in again, because I feel you gave in really, really deeply in a past relationship where you really let yourself love, is what I'm feeling. And then you watched it all leave. And I think that love still haunts you a little bit because you loved in such a deep way that you never had before. And I think that you're at a veil, a piercing, a portal where you're piercing a veil. And you're walking through into a moment where you're going to love even deeper than you did that time. And I think that scares you. I think that you're afraid to love deeper than you have before because of how much you felt the last time when you watched everything walk away. And it's funny because I can feel that you knew that you were meant to let it leave. And yet there's still this it's it feels like a fear, but it's coming up inside of you as you're stepping into this really vulnerable place within you. 444 on the timer. I just feel it's weird because there's nothing anyone can do and you just know more than other people know is the hard part, okay? Like, I just feel like you see things for what they actually are, and you understand the timelines and the I want to say the cosmic connections that come into your life. Like, you kind of see what they are, how they're meant to transform, and I just feel like you like see it all immediately. Like, you see it at the beginning, and then you watch it over time as it literally lives out. Ooh, you could have a spirit on your left side. You could have a mother figure on the other side, is what I'm hearing. Wow, that was really, really prominent. But they're gonna make me cry. Ooh, you have a really, really strong, it's either grandmother or mother energy on the other side. That is very with you. That just took over all of me. Whew, where was I? You have this knowing inside of you. You see everything as it is, and then you watch it transform in front of you. And you watch everything happen, and it doesn't surprise you, but at the same time it does. It kind of amazes you because you also knew. And it was interesting, and I also think with this like guide that you have on the other side that's coming through, I feel like you're at a time where they're kind of holding your hand and asking you to step into this vulnerability within yourself and give into loving again. I also am getting this really strong energy from them that like you are afraid to love as much as you loved whoever this was on the other side, because I think that this is so emotional. I do not know what is going on, but I think that you are afraid to love because whoever's on this other side, when they left, I feel like it really hurt you. I'm seeing pink could be significant. I'm seeing casket. Definitely funerals are of significance. But I just feel like you had like a really, really hard time, and you've never let yourself love again to the depth that you allowed yourself to love before whomever it was left. I think in relationships, what's interesting and what's coming through is that you always like hit this point where you have that opportunity to love, and you've never let yourself again yet. And you're about to have an opportunity to. Like, you're stepping into this vulnerability with yourself right now because you're attracting in a lover for you to open and love. And it's scary. It's scary. It's so scary. Like, I can just feel you, like, you're scared to give in. You're scared to let yourself love. But whomever this ancestor is on the other side that is with you just wants you to know that, like, they're holding your hand through this, and they're so with you. And this partner that they're bringing in for you, they've picked them, they've hand chosen them for you, and they're here to hold your hand while you walk back into this loving, while you step into the version of you that can love in the way that you loved before, and redefine yourself in love as well. And they just, oh, it's so strong. They just want you to know how much they are with you, and they're holding your hand through this process, and they want you to soften into it and give into it. And I know you will, but like, they just want you to know that they're here. Okay. All right. I love you so very much. And if this message resonated with you, please do let me know, and I will see you in the next message.